to get a will as soon as you can.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the actual document. So nowadays, you know, we got these certain online sites where you be like, well, instead of me having to pay, you know, thousands of dollars to a lawyer, I can just print it off the internet. What can go wrong in those situations?
How much time do you have? The number of things that can go wrong are, I mean, it's just really innumerable. And you know, I hate to put it this way, but we do estate planning, and like I said, we do the litigation. So we do when families are arguing about things afterward. I make a lot more money off of that. So if you do a bad will, I'm going to make a lot more money in the long run. So it doesn't really benefit me, but I'm, you know, my obligation is to look out for my clients. And so I want everybody to have a good legally binding will that is not going to cause, you know, these sorts of fights and court battles with your family members. What can go wrong? All sorts of things. You know, a will is a technical legal document. And a lot of times what I see is people, you know, they do this will themselves and then maybe there's competing language. So then you've got to have the court resolve that. Or they don't really fully understand the repercussions of what, you know, goes into the will. They leave money to a child, a minor child. That's going to cost a lot more money and a lot more time in the long run because we don't need to leave money outright to a child in a will. But most importantly, really, I try to use all those services. Whenever I see a new one pop up, I go through, I put in my information. I do the work so y'all don't have to. I put in my information and try to create a document from that. Not once have I found one that is legally compliant with our execution requirements here in Alabama, the document execution. So, you know, that is going to cause your family a lot more time. They're going to have to spend a lot more money kind of cleaning that up and fixing it.
Oh, wow. And, you know, and you can't fix it when you're gone.
That's right. That's right.
And it goes, I mean, what's the average? I'm trying to take my personal experience because I can tell everybody I was a notary, so I've dealt with some of these situations. How long, when it's disputed, typically can last in probate court?
It can last years and years. I mean, we have some cases in our office now that have been going on for 4 or 5 years. And I've had, you know, dealt with issues that have gone on longer than that, certainly. If it is disputed, it is going to add many, many months, if not years, onto that process.
So, and then go back to my personal experience as well, is that if it's not properly notarized too, that can get thrown out as well. Because if the notary doesn't keep proper books on it.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And that's one of the big problems that I see with the online wills is that, you know, maybe it provides for a notary or a witness, but it doesn't have all of the language and the requirements that we have under law here to make sure that that is what we call a self-proving will. So that on its face, it is effective and it's going to be recognized by the court.
Do you know what's happening in Birmingham? Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today on Android, iPhone, and iPad for free. Get info on everything you need to know about local news, events, businesses, restaurants, and more. Visit our website, what'shappeningbham.com, or follow us on social media at HappeningBham for more information. Download the What's Happening Birmingham app today, your source for everything Birmingham.